Greece is close to reaching its sovereign debt buyback target, which will unlock aid from the International Monetary Fund and the European Union. An official at the Finance Ministry said the amount offered in the buyback of Greece's bonds is close to €30 billion. Prime Minister Antonis Samaras said yesterday the transaction went very well after meeting leaders of the German state of Bavaria in Munich. Domestic and overseas investors reportedly offered to sell back to Greece as much as €27 billion of their nation's bonds. Greek banks made offers of around €10 billion and foreign investors offered as much as €16 billion. Greece is currently using a €10 billion loan from Europe's bailout fund to buy back debt it sold earlier this year in a bid to secure funds since they were blocked since June, as the Greek government tries to get its bailout programme underway after 2 elections and a growing recession. The buyback is part of a series of measures approved by Eurozone finance ministers on November the 27th, aiming to lower the nation's debt to 124% of GDP by 2020, from an expected 190% in 2014. Greek banks are set to offer their entire holdings of the nation's government bonds to narrow any shortfall from the target amount. According to a November 27 draft report, Greece's banks held about €15 billion of the securities and its pension fund from the European Commission, European Central Bank and IMF had about €8 billion. Greek Finance Minister Yanis Stonaris commented, "The buyback programme will be successful and ensure payment of the next loan tranche from international creditors. The buyback is focused on the €62 billion of bonds issued when Greece restructured its privately held debt in March." Holger Smiding, chief economist at Berenberg Bank, commented, "The buyback is a success based on the report and will allow Greece to borrow €10 billion from the European Stability Mechanism to retire outstanding debt with a face value of €30 billion, reducing its net debt by €20 billion. The IMF set the 2020 debt reduction target as a condition for continuing to fund a third of Greece's bailout programme. Christine Lagarde, managing director of the IMF, says the fund will examine the result of the buyback before deciding whether to approve the disbursement of additional aid. On December the 13th, European finance ministers plan to make a formal decision on Greece's €34.4 billion payout. Well, that's all we've got time for right now. Stay tuned to Dukascopy TV for more exclusive interviews and updates. For now, though, goodbye.